wanna show you, and I wanna hold you, till the end of the world I would go to, just to reach you, cause you're worth it. All my love you deserve.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Light Skin Perspective. I am your host, Kenan Jerome Floyd, and this is my co-host, Mo Green. Say something to the people, Mo.
What's popping? What's going on, y'all? We just trying to get these thoughts. We want these thotty yaddy 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 thotty yaddy 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 yaddy. Yo, my titties is twerking right now. Thotty yaddy yaddy.
that skull on your shirt looks like he's raising his eyebrows.
It looks like motherfucking James Bond.
If you make sure you guys like and subscribe our podcast on YouTube.
Share it.
You can and share it as well. Also, you guys can check us out on Instagram at LSPcast. You can follow me on Instagram at Kenan J Floyd, Kenan J to the Floyd as in pink, and Mo Green.
Comedian Mo Green on Instagram and Comedian Mo Green on Facebook. Those are the only ones that matter right now.
Yeah. You can follow me on TikTok. You can follow me on I'm on TikTok now.
I'm on it too, but I don't remember my name, so I have to like change the name so I can.
That's weird. Yeah,
it's like Maurice Green, like 067 or some weird shit, yo. Like, you know what I mean?
No one cares about your TikTok. No one cares about our TikToks.
No, nobody does it. I tried to steal your idea. What I did was, because I saw how you videotaped like a movie clip, and which is brilliant. And you put like a funny caption, and then you got like 800,000 views in one day, and your subscribers went up like 500. So I tried to do the same thing with Patrice O'Neal, but I only got 1,900 views in one day, which is still the best I've ever done. And then I did like a scene from Clerks. I did that as well. But nobody cares about 37 dicks. Nobody cares about, I got to do a Nigerian. Okay, you did a Nigerian movie. Maybe I got to do like an Indian movie, like where some Indian people's acting ratchet. Put hashtag India, because you got to think about it. It's billions of Indian people. Billions.
We're being represented.
Yeah.
Let me look at my. Okay, so my Patrice O'Neal clip got 1,196.
Mm-hmm.
I got a Cat Williams clip that did 5,202. I'm trying to get 1,000 followers. That's
right. Like my Patrice O'Neal, it just stopped 1936, and then I put up a second Patrice O'Neal, and it only got 133. It was a continuation of the first one. I don't understand that shit.
It's all about the algorithm. How often are you posting?
I'm not, like every other day. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I have a friend. He's older than me and has kids, which is interesting. But he's very much into like TikTok and social media and stuff because he's trying to build his brain and stuff, which we're also trying to do. But you have to literally be posting every day. Like you have to be addicted to social media. So if you're not addicted to social media, then what can I say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, you're right. And the thing is, I am addicted to social media, but it's like I'll be looking at fantasy football. I'll be looking at Facebook. I'm all over the place. I'm scatterbrained. Like I don't have a specific plan, but like from what you're saying is you need a specific plan as to how you attack these different social medias.
Yeah.
Hey, give me permission to record again.
My Nigerian video has 7,403 likes.
Man, how many views?
It has 1,000.
No, more than that.
124,500 views.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
And something. Yeah.
Yeah, give me. Did you give me permission to record?
Hold on.
As a backup.
So yeah, Mo. So what's been going on with you, my friend? Yo, you're killing the space on this podcast, Mo.
No, my bad. Somebody hit me up.
Oh, Did a girl hit you up, offered some booty cheek?
No. Somebody, I don't. I don't want to elaborate on it. Nah. But no, you said how was what? Say it again. My bad.
How's life, Bo Green? What's going on?
Everything is cool, man. I've been working some new material. I think within the last 3 weeks, I probably come up with like a new 15 minutes. So that feels good. I'm excited about the new material that I'm doing. I'm consistently getting spots at the Elbow Room. It's a pandemic. Yes, stuff is shutting down here and there, but for some reason,
Explain what the Elbow Room is.
The Elbow Room, well, actually, it's called Stand Up Underground. The Elbow Room is a restaurant in West Hartford, Connecticut. It's like an American, like a fusion restaurant or whatever. But we have a comedian in the basement called Stand Up Underground, and we do shows. Between Wednesday and Saturday every single week, and that's like the only club in the side of Connecticut that's even open. You know what I mean? So I've just been honing my skills there.
The Stress Factory closed down?
No. That's Southern Connecticut. They're open. They're fine.
Oh, okay.
West Hartford, where you were at Elbow Room, that's Western Connecticut. You know what I'm saying?
Western Connecticut. Okay.
Yeah. It's like Stress Factory is like an hour and 10 minutes away. So that's not on. But it's a small state. You in LA, it takes you an hour to get one side to the other.
Connecticut, home of the big booty white chicks.
Bruh, man, I got one inboxing me right. Man.
Every girl is just a big booty white chick. First of all, I'm upset. Oh, look, my face is...
Go ahead.
First of all, I'm kind of upset with my last visit to Connecticut because I learned that I was old.
Yeah, you are.
I learned that I was old. We were hanging out at a show, myself and Mo Green, and we were at the bar, and there was this cute girl behind the bar. And I said to her, hey, what's your name? And she said, my name is Ari. And I said, is that short for something? She says, yeah, Ariana. But I like to tell people Ari because they keep making jokes. And I said, oh, Ariana Grande jokes. I understand because when people hear my name, they make Kenan and Kel jokes. And she looked like she was looking for help. Like she was like, what is that? And I'm like, oh no, now I'm the old man at the bar.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You the old nigga at the club.
That's fucked up. I talked to a 23-year-old girl and she don't even know about Kenan and Kel?
And that was like a young person's show, and it wasn't really. I mean, it was 20 years ago.
I mean, it came out. I mean, she wasn't born when Kenan and Kel came out.
Yeah, that's deep. I would have no idea about like what young kids like as far as cartoons they watched that were born after the year 2000. I would have no idea. I wouldn't know. I was like, what?
SpongeBob?
Or the late 90s. Well, SpongeBob was still like a 90s, mid-90s.
Know about SpongeBob now. SpongeBob has been on TV for like 20 years.
Well, it's certain cartoons that stand the test of time, like, you know, Tom and Jerry.
Gumball.
Yeah.
Adventure Time. Rick and...
Yeah.
What other cartoons are there? I don't know what other
Well, Rick and Morty is an adult cartoon, but like Adventure Time was like it's like I used to love Muppet Babies because I love the whole using your imagination, like that whole concept. And to me, Adventure Time was like Muppet Babies, like an adult. It was like an adult version of Muppet Babies. I loved it.
Muppet Babies. Dun, dun.
And the reason why I watched Adventure Time is because my nephew, he was born in 2006.
Muppet Babies.
Yeah, he was born in 2006. So my nephew put me on to Adventure Time and what's the other one? The regular show or some shit like that.
Oh, the one with the bird and the skunk.
Yeah.
Zoo cartoons. I'm actually working on a few animation projects myself. Okay, Mo doesn't give a fuck. But anyway,
I'm listening to you.
I'm working on a few animation projects myself. I won't divulge. One's a kid show, and one is an adult animation show.
For what company, or is that just like some freelance?
No, I'm working on...
Oh, yeah, okay. All right. I thought you got like signed or some shit.
God damn it. No. You stole my fucking thunder. Anyway.
How? Because I thought you got signed?
So we're back down in LA right now because of fucking COVID.
Yeah, man.
We got stay-at-home orders. I used to do a show every Saturday in Pan Pacific Park, but now that's been postponed. No one else is fucking listening. No, everyone else is doing their shows and shit. I'm the only one that's heeding the warnings out here trying to not get COVID.
Yo, cause you a goody two shoes nigga. Hey, but
And also, I've had a few friends since the pandemic started
yeah,
from COVID. And first, I would like to take this time to say, rest in peace to Kenny Ortega and to
rest in peace.
Joe El Trollo, which is a comedian out here in California. They both passed from COVID-19.
Yeah, Kenny just passed December the 2nd, like just a few days ago.
Yeah, it was last week.
Yeah, man. It's funny. I've never met him until recently. He was at a show with Andre Kim out in Newington, Connecticut. Kenan was with me, and really, really nice guy, man. I was talking. He was giving me advice and stuff like that. He was killing it. It was real cold outside because it was an outside show, so I didn't watch his whole set. But every time I went outside, he was smashing. He was killing.
Well,
you know what I mean. And he just had a really good heart, man.
Kenny was a beast on stage, and he was also a beast of a person as well. Mm-hmm. I used to work with Kenny at the Yonkers Comedy Club in Yonkers, New York, and at the LOL Comedy Club, which was the first comedy club in New York City to pass me. And I mean, it's a good club. People try to shit on the LOL Comedy Club, but LOL Comedy Club is actually pretty cool because the shows are always packed out, and you can do 6 shows in one night, and you can be booked for every night. So that's where I met Kenny. We worked together at Yonkers Comedy Club. I got a chance to see him in September when I went to Connecticut to work out there. But yeah, man, COVID-19 is not a joke.
No, it really isn't, man. It really isn't. I mean, I'm not the type to spread fear or anything like that, but we definitely have to be cautious. But beyond just staying locked up in your house and being afraid, we just have to be active participants in our health in general. And this is just advice to everybody. Take vitamin D, take your vitamin C. Try to stay a positive and upbeat. Try to stay physically fit and active, man. This is not something that we are going to win just by being passive and reactive. We have to be proactive. And I'm not saying that's what happened with Kenny or with the other gentleman that passed away, but just in general, like we have to stop having this mindset of just hiding and being in fear, and having a positive mindset and just working out and eating the right things, giving our immune system a chance. Like there's no such thing as a cure for any damn virus. They just they inject us with things to motivate our immune system to create the cure. Our immune system is what comes up with the cure. So we got to eat the right foods and have the right mindset and work out and XYZ to help aid that,
This is the wrong time for McDonald's to bring back the McRib sandwich.
Yo, that shit is. What's funny?
Read the room, McDonald's.
Yo, it's just funny. It's a comedian buddy of mine, John James. Unfortunately, he was just diagnosed with cancer. He has like anal cancer. It's pretty bad. But he's in great spirits though. We actually did a Ghostbusters. Loves the Ghostbusters, and we did a benefit for him. You know what I'm saying? We all dressed up like Ghostbusters and stuff like that, and did a benefit show. But anyway, he has a shaved head and everything. He's upbeat. He's upbeat. The thing that makes him happy is right now, this motherfucker, he loves the McRib. Like he eats like 5 McRibs per day. I'm like, why? You're a key.
He's like, well, I have asshole cancer. It can't get any worse than this.
Yeah, I'm like, John, dude, you're in chemotherapy. You got the baldy, and you're eating. You got radiation in your body. You're eating 5 McRib sandwiches and 5 French fries. Every day. He's cool though. He's funny, man. Yep.
He said, "Fuck it."
Yeah. He has I don't know where he found it. He has a McRib T-shirt.
He's one of those.
He wears a T-shirt like he's the type. If he goes to see Back to the Future, he's wearing a T-shirt with the DeLorean on it. Like he's that. He's that kind of guy, man.
Witnesses. That's what he is.
What'd you say?
He's one of those big rib witnesses.
Yeah. He's one of those type. But he's a real shout out to John, man. Speedy recovery, man. Lay off on the motherfucking rib sandwiches.
Guys, let's take care of ourselves. So
gotta take care of ourselves, man. We gotta take care of ourselves. Gotta give yourself a chance, man. You know.
Yeah.
I quit drinking. I haven't drank in almost 2 years. I haven't drinking 18. I love drinking. I haven't drinking like 18 months. I'm not saying I'll be dead if I kept drinking, but I was 20 pounds heavy. I was over 200. I was like 280 pounds. Like I'm now under 260. You know what I mean? That's not good for my size, my height. You kidding me?
I had 2 brandies last night. But I digress.
But see, you can do that because you're a responsible drinker. Me, I'm drinking like the Tito's this size every other day with the handle on it. You know what I'm saying? So
now you're just drinking grape juice.
Yeah. Well, I drink a little apple juice. Like today was sponsored by Stop and Shop Honey Crisp apple juice because I eat Honey Crisp apples too. Apples, if you eat 1 apple a day, it actually curbs your appetite and it helps with your digestion and makes your poop go out smooth.
Yeah.
Like as if you was a homosexual man who's practiced their sex acts for 20 years.
What the fuck?
They must have the easiest time using the
fruit does help you poop better.
Paul, that sounds like a gay pun.
No, fruit does help you poop better.
Fruit is also
if you eat bad stuff, like we were talking big rib and all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're shitting blood, man.
You'll rip out your asshole. So
yeah, no, you really do. You really do.
It's really bad.
But fruit is also a derogatory term for homosexual.
Anyway, speaking of asshole, my man Kevin Samuels, who I've been listening to the last 3 months. Kevin Samuels is actually he's an image consultant turned dating consultant. Mm-hmm. I picked up on him. I think did you tell me about him?
I probably mentioned him to you in passing.
Yeah, so I've been listening to for the past 3 months, and there's some things he says that I agree with. There's some things I don't. But let me tell you something. Ever since I started listening to him, my personal relationships have gotten a whole lot better. Because he's honest about stuff. Yeah. He's honest about the expectations that we need to have when we're looking for someone to date. And there's a particular element. There's a particular phrase that he uses called high-valued men. Mm-hmm. It has nothing to do with women. It has nothing to do with other people. It's how do you become a high-valued person so that you can bring that value to a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, yes.
Well, you're dead space in the podcast.
There's no, you explain what the high value man was.
I think I need to maybe I need to have inflection in my voice. I can signal when I'm done talking.
No, yeah, it's like you say your piece, man.
By the way, Mo is texting with big booty women right now.
I know, but no, definitely like Kevin Samuels, man. Like if you're just trying to improve yourself as a man, or if you're a woman who wants to know what high value men want in women, go to Holmes, man. Like just watching him, like I have the mindset of a high value man, but I know there are a lot of things that I have to improve upon in my life. I'm conscious and I'm cognizant of that. If a woman gives you the time of day, who is quote unquote out of my league, I'm thankful for that shit. I don't expect anybody to really give me like a shot or an upper echelon, but if it happens, it happens. But I know if I want better, if I want better people in my life, I have to improve myself. And there's a lot of things to improve. So it's one thing at a time. Let me get good at the stand-up comedy. Let me work on the fitness a little bit. Let me get better at marketing my comedy. You know what I mean? Like there's certain levels and there's certain steps that you have to do to improve yourself if you want better people to come in your life. And I'm definitely conscious and cognizant of that. If I really did want a girlfriend or somebody to be with, I could take I could take some low denominator bullshit situation and just for the sake of having a relationship, but I refuse to do that because I don't want to be a miserable motherfucker. I'd rather be miserable by myself than miserable with somebody else who I resent, who I'm just like dating and dealing with just for the sake of having somebody, which is something that a lot of people do. We'll see all these people, they're bragging about their relationships on Facebook. I call them refakeshenships. That shit ain't real, but it's just
relationships.
Yeah, situationships. It's not real. It's just something that they're parading around to keep up images. When in actuality, they're fucking miserable, and it's just like that's just something I'm not gonna do. But I watch Kevin Samuels, and I know what I got to do. I should take up some type of martial arts, some type of boxing. As far as dressing and style, I know how to do that. I just got lazy with it myself. Like I don't think I've really bought like a new wardrobe in like 2-3 years. And that's something that you should stay up, you should keep up fresh at least like every 18 months or whatever, and I haven't, what I mean? I wear shoes to the feet, the damn near the heels fall off,
Way last year, but this year I've specifically bought.
Stepped it up.
Oh, yeah. I bought like a whole bunch of new sneaks this year.
You know what it is too, Kenan? When I was really getting in shape, like back in 2012, 2013, I was down to about 205 pounds. I used to wear like a large jacket. I was getting to the point where I could almost fit a medium. That's how in shape I was. So I had a lot of nice clothes that I was about to be able to fit. But then I started drinking again, and I kind of just fell back in my old patterns. And I gained all this weight. So my mentality was, why am I gonna buy all these new clothes when I got all this shit that I've never really wore before? So that was the driving thing that make me not want to buy other stuff, is to get myself in shape. Like, get yourself in shape, save yourself some money. You got some clothes right there, but it's just, I never really did that.
Something to work on. Last night I put a shirt that I used to wear a few years ago, and it was a dress shirt that I used to wear with my suits. And it was a shirt for fit people. Like, I can't pull it around my gut. Like, it's one of those tailored shirts. And I was like, yo, I used to be this masculine. I used to be this thin. And it's time to get back there. That's it. You got to work on your own self-esteem.
You got to.
Boy, go ahead.
We have to, man. I mean, if you want better people in your life, man, if you want, it's inevitable. Like, yes, we all want the lottery situation of like the serendipity situation, like Kenan, like I said, if he was at Starbucks and then all of a sudden like you ran into like Halle Berry or Rosario Dawson, or insert somebody you think that's fine in Hollywood, and then she's a millionaire, she's had all these famous guys, but for some reason she saw that special something inside of you that made her fall in love with you. We all want that situation, but that's the probability of that shit happening is so it's so unrealistic. But if you get some abs, if you get the chest built up, if you get the wardrobe right, the cologne popping, the car, the shoes, people more like these upper tier, they may not be Halle Berry or J-Lo or A Prime, but better chicks is gonna come at you than the ones that you normally deal with. But you gotta improve yourself.
Personality too, then that's a cherry on top.
Like, what gravitates to you in your life as far as from a relationship standpoint is a reflection of what you're putting out. So if you think only lower caliber motherfuckers is coming to you for the most part, then that means that there's something that you're radiating, that you're giving off that's low caliber. Because you see some dudes in high school, college, or whatever, they always got bad bitches. They was the athlete, tall, smooth, suave, because that's what they radiated. So that's what came to them. So if you're looking at, like what Raz Kaz, the rapper, he had this dope ass line. He said, the diameter of your knowledge is the circumference of your activity. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I'm trying to understand how I made that relate to this. And I think you get it. I think you get what I'm trying to say. Like, what you put in, who comes into your life is a function of what you are putting in life. It's a function. So if you want that to change, you have to change what you're putting into life.
Yeah.
And what you're putting into yourself if you want those things to change. You know what I'm saying? So, and I understand all this shit, but I'm lazy and I still just look at porn to go to sleep. That's the thing.
Well, you gotta stop doing that shit. You can't walk it out here smelling like cheese.
You know what I need though? this is what's gonna help me, man. Like, yes, I'm not trying to get no wifey, nothing like that, but I need a consistent chick, like a lower caliber joint, and I think I got a couple potential joints to service those carnal needs. You know what I'm saying? Because when I'm getting buns on a regular, even if it's a lower caliber chick, I don't look at the porn as much because I'm getting taken care of. You know, but and if I got the chick on the side consistently taking care of me in that way, then I can focus a little bit more on my, because I'm a naturally addicted. I have an addictive personality. So since the booze is gone, but you still have the porn, that's still there, and the ice cream, that's still there. You understand what I'm saying? So I have to divert. Now that my attention is diverted from the booze, it's still on this porn shit. But if I had a chick to service the carnal side, then I could focus on the arts. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't want to say.
All right, we're gonna play this clip now. Let's play this clip. Let's set it up. Set it up.
My man Kevin Samuels, he actually went viral this week on World Star. Because he basically, what Kevin does, he keeps it 100 with everybody. And in this particular case, since this is a popular week to be bashing black women, a viral video came out of him giving a woman the truth about what she wants.
Pause for 1 second. I don't take, even though she was black, I don't take it as him bashing black women, because
I don't think he's bashing black women, but it just so happens he's a black woman. So
yeah, and that's how people are taking it.
So anyway, here's the clip. Let's take a look.
A six-figure guy is what I'm realizing.
And ma'am, and that's my point. You ladies all feel like, listen, you ladies all feel like you're the exception to the rule. And then when someone like myself comes along and gives you a dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like, yeah, but I'm special. You don't know any men on this level that are not your father, that aren't related to you. That means you don't know these men. You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what they want. But you're still saying, pick me. They don't want mid-30-year-old baby mamas. I'm trying to be polite, man, but they don't want those.
Can I ask you a question?
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Why is that so? Okay, go ahead.
Why is it so what?
Go ahead.
From my point of view, I feel like I get what you're saying. They do have better options, but also those better options are younger girls. Those younger girls don't necessarily 20-year-olds are not necessarily attracted to 45-year-olds.
Bullshit. I'm 51 and I can't beat them off with a stick. That's another one of you lies. No, younger women are attracted to older men. What are you talking about?
So can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So do you feel like a woman like me?
Uh-huh. What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up, 5, but when I put myself together, 6.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'5".
Dress size.
I'm sorry?
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay. So that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men. They tend to get average men.
So,
did you, I mean, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Breathe and digest. You're 35 years old and you can look around and see the world.
She's a massive.
You don't tend to see higher earning men with average looking.
You see that forehead though?
Off rip.
I feel sorry.
If you do see them, they got their average looking woman when they were both really young and he built his way up. But a man earning the kind of money you're talking about does not go for an average looking woman.
Would you smash Mo?
Yes, I was smashed. I've had way worse than her. Like, but it's not even that she's average. Like, Kevin Samuels is actually being nice, and a lot of people said this. That chick looked like Sam Cassell, the basketball player, man. She looks like Sam, like a brown skinned Sam Cassell, man. Like she's. We'll get into it like once he finishes it. But it's like, yo, just because you make
Man.
100 G's and you got a nice body,
I mean, my body is not average, so.
But ma'am, you please don't make me say it.
Say what?
He said she ugly. That's what he really want to say.
I really just wanted some advice. I love your.
I'm giving you advice, but you're not taking it. The advice is, ma'am, you're average looking at best.
I'm taking it in, but.
Okay, but you're not accepting the fact that. Okay.
She looks like Sloth from the
average
movies.
looking women.
Stop. No, she doesn't.
Average
Stop.
looking woman who's older.
Guys.
Average looking older woman with a 13-year-old son. Average looking woman with a 13-year-old son with a sketchy baby daddy. This gets worse every time I say something. And now you're asking for a man who's in the top 10% of men. You don't qualify for one. And you're making, I mean, I don't want to have to go there, but when you put in all these other factors, why can't you just get a man that's an average guy?
Hey, I think that's also, pause it for a second.
Why can't you get yourself a Mo Green?
Pause it. It's not over, but just pause it. I think it's disrespectful that she's like using her phone as he's trying to like give her like direct advice, and she's clearly not paying attention.
I think she's looking at the comments.
Yo, play the video. Why'd you stop? I just said pause it. I didn't say stop it.
Shut up.
You're the worst producer in the history of production.
Sometimes I feel like in order to fully submit, I have to feel like he's in.
Well, then you're gonna die alone. How about that? Let me just cut to the chase, ma'am. You can feel like what you want to, but women like you die alone, straight up, because you think you're better than the men that you qualify for. And the only reason, honestly, ma'am, that I can see a woman like yourself really thinking you deserve more is because you earn more money than most people around you in North Carolina. But if your ass worked at the post office, you would not think so highly of your opportunities.
All right, we're gonna stop it right there. But what do you think? What do you think, Mo? It's a lot of time.
I don't think anything that he said was harsh. It's funny because this situation, it kind of parallels to the twerking situation. Because remember in the twerking situation, like the owner.
By the way, we have to introduce what the twerking situation is.
Yeah, well, we were talking about the business owner. What's the name of the restaurant? The business owner that
We have to, because this is the beginning of the episode.
Right. But it just parallel with some you do your studio magic, you make it happen.
See, Mo, you keep fucking things up. But anyway,
but listen, no, it parallel. Well, everybody knows what the twerking situation. Everybody knows what that is. The point I'm trying to make it relates to that because that owner went to those people 3 times and he tried to tell them about themselves and they still didn't listen, and that's what made him frustrated and he cursed. Like if you would have let the video play at the end, Kevin Samuels says, "Get the fuck off my phone," you know, because she was like, "You're being mean." He's like, "I'm tired of you chicks thinking I'm mean. When you came to me, you came on my show. The show wasn't about me counseling women, this particular show, but I still honored your call and I'm giving you advice. You're not listening. And then you telling me I'm mean, get the fuck off my phone." But what I'm trying to say is he gave her advice numerous amount of times and she wasn't listening. So it's like, bitch, get off my, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, like we try to tell somebody something, we try to educate them, we try to be as nice as we possibly can, and they still don't hear. So sometimes the only thing they hear and understand is that ratchetness. I don't think Kevin Samuels did anything wrong. And obviously she needed help. She wanted some type of counsel because yes, She makes $100,000 a year. She's been making it the past couple of years, but she's not attracting these upper echelon men because let's just keep it honest. Kenan, if you had $100,000 at your disposal at any moment, would she be your first choice to date? No, and it wouldn't be mine either. Yes, we would smash. Like I hate when people be like, "Yo, you still hit that?" Motherfucker, yo, we would hit a cardboard box if it got a booty. That don't mean nothing. Us as men, like we like to smash. You know what I'm saying? But who is trying to wife? Who's gonna hold your hand in public? You dig what I'm saying? Who's gonna take you out, like not only just at nighttime, late night, or do the Netflix and chill type thing? You know what I'm saying? Like I hate when like women they feel so braggadocious just because the body is sexy and dudes want to hit it. That don't mean nothing. Who's trying to build a nation with you?
At the end of the day, that's really what it comes down to, and it determines who you are as a person. Now, for people hating on Kevin and saying that he only does it to women, that's not true. I'm going to show a clip real quick.
He gives it straight to
This is how he reacted to a dude.
You got a big dick?
Huh?
You have a big dick?
I mean, it's above average. I ain't no Ron Jeremy.
No. I asked you if you had a big dick. I didn't say it was above average.
I don't know what that is, really.
Nigga, you know if you got a big dick or not. Stop the bullshit. Every dude know whether or not he got a big dick. I know I got a big dick. You don't know?
I mean,
you don't have a big dick. That's the point. You don't have a big dick. You don't have a big wallet. You're a fat dude. And you got a lot of nerve thinking you should get choosing centers at 5'10" and 300 pounds, making less than $1,000 a month at 20 years old.
Hey.
And women should approach you. What they get, they don't even get a big dick.
So, point.
Damn, Jesus Christ.
So the point of it is, you attract the people. Let's put it this way: if you attract the people that you're not attracted to, you need to do some self-reflection.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. If you people like, why is this guy or this woman interested in me? Look, it's self-reflection.
Yeah. I complain about my I don't even complain about my dating situation anymore. Like I know what it is. I know what time it is. I know when I'm in a better mindset, when I'm getting a little bit more fit, like I'm losing weight. And I've been noticing like I've been getting I'm not perfect, you know, like I'm not where I want to be, but I'm definitely doing a little bit better than I was last year. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's starting to improve. But yeah, like a lot of people don't want to be realistic with themselves, man. I mean, but especially with the reason why I point out women even more because women are so used to not having to work for anything. You know, dudes is going to try to hit, dudes is going to try to smash, even if they're unattractive because like just with social media and stuff like that, you get so much attention and you get so many inboxes. That shit goes to your head. You don't even have to try. It's men that will send a fat bitch $500 for a picture of her feet. The fat bitch is not even easy anymore because she's getting like a lot of these women. It's not about they like remember when we was in high school and stuff like that. You had the girl that was like the slut or the town hoe. She only did it because it made her feel good, like she was getting attention from people. It's all about that good feeling. If you could take away the sex but still get the good feeling, why would you even smash or be a hoe anymore? So that's why a lot of these chicks, they just getting likes, they getting thumbs up, they showing their cleavage, and they realize like, damn, I'm still getting this good feeling of people giving me positive reinforcement. And I physically didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
And so that's the society like with social media. That's what we're up against. That's what we're dealing with right now. But besides all that, you should build yourself up like a Ferrari doesn't need a commercial. A Lamborghini doesn't have any advertisement. The reputation precedes itself, and people seek out those because it is a high luxury vehicle with a reputable reputation. It's reputable. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to do the same thing with yourself. Are you a busted down Toyota that's a used that has to have a for sale sign on it for people to buy it? Or you this shiny ass Porsche 911, whatever I don't know my cars. That's in the middle of the showroom that people like they walking by like, damn, you got to make yourself into that Porsche if you don't want to have to advertise yourself, man. That's just what it is. If you find yourself being thirsty and have to reach, and you all frustrated and shit, you know, you gotta change your tires, man. You gotta fucking change your car, metaphorically speaking, man. You know?
Yeah. And it's interesting because like this week there was that whole fucking Mo ruined the surprise, but fucking TwerkGate situation that Kevin actually did an episode about that, which I thought was
really
asking whether twerking was classy. We're gonna take this time now to discuss this controversial topic of TwerkGate with two good friends of ours. First, we have Del Harrison, a comedian based in Los Angeles, California. She has a comedy album out actually called Oh Yeah Girl, so make sure you check that out. The second person that we have joining us is also a comedian from Hartford, Connecticut, named Shaquana Cochran. She's a clean stand-up comedian from Hartford, Connecticut. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies. How y'all doing?
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having us.
So, TwerkGate, do you guys know what it is? What? For those of you who don't know what TwerkGate is, it's a controversy that's actually happening. That actually happened in Dallas, Texas, at a Black-owned restaurant called True Kitchen Kocktails. And I'm going to show you a little bit of a video so that you guys can get some context of what we're talking about. First, we'll show you the inciting incident.
Invested a lot of money into buying this building, into developing this concept so black people can have somewhere nice to go to, okay? Somewhere where we can feel good about ourselves as a... Come on! Stop the music, please! Somewhere where our people can feel good about ourselves as a culture, okay? Yeah. No, real talk. And so all this twerking and shit, take it to crime, take it to pink, don't bring it here because we're a restaurant. And so beyond that, 75% of my customers are ladies. And I want men to show respect for themselves for how they carry themselves here. So how can I tell the men to respect themselves and you guys are twerking on glass here? If you want to do it, get the fuck out my restaurant. Because I did it for our people and I did it for our culture. So don't do it now. Don't do it again. I don't want to hear it. If you don't like it, get out because I don't need your money. I need to provide something for my people. And don't do it again. Thank you.
I think Kevin Samuels need to bring him on his podcast.
That was the most polite cursing I have ever seen in my life. I'm talking about, he was like, get the F out. Thank you guys. Thanks so much.
Seriously. Seriously, that was crazy. I don't know.
Did you hear at the end one of the ladies was like, check please? So, I mean, how do we feel about this? Social media has been split on the issue the last few days, the last week, as a matter of fact. Some people feel that he was disrespecting black women, specifically. Some people feel that he was being misogynistic. Some people felt that he was being sexist. And on the flip side, there are some that support him by saying, okay, well, he invested millions of dollars into his establishment, and then some people come in and they're standing on his furniture and dancing on his furniture. But then on the flip side, they said, well, he also had a DJ playing back up. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So it's like, how do we... I have my thoughts, but I also kind of want to have like a group conversation.
Well,
yeah. Go ahead, Connor.
No, you could go.
Well, you know, the thing about it too is, you know, restaurants to attract, you know, even grocery stores will have ratchet music playing when you're shopping. You know what I'm saying? So he has every right to have the party kicked up. You know, would these women have been twerking in Buffalo Wild Wings? Yes, they would have. Would Buffalo Wild Wings have kicked them out? Maybe not, maybe so, because you know the white man loves his money, honey. So he might not have kicked them out. But also too is there is a time and a place for it. And you know, we have an upscale restaurant here, Crustaceans, you know, where everybody's dressed in Italian suit. I don't know if they would have been at Crustaceans twerking, and I don't know if Crustaceans would have allowed that. I feel like as a business owner, you know, we can't fault this man for wanting to create something, an environment for everybody to enjoy. And you know, if they're twerking, and he's asked them a couple, because I went and looked up, you know, looked at the issue earlier, and he asked them a couple of times to stop. So it's not like he was going over there being like, hey, you black woman, the first time you did this, you out. No, he went over there to be like, hey guys, come on now, cut this down. And, you know, we don't know if other customers were complaining. We just know that he asked them a couple of times and they weren't doing it. And now you got to ask them to leave. And it's the same thing we go through, you know, as entertainers. You know, we want a heckler to sit it on down. We want to include you in the party, but at some point we got to interrupt the show and be like, all right, kick his butt out of here. Yeah. So, you know, I'm all for Black establishments creating a culture and a place, you know, that's classy for us. And, you know, I support the brother, and I support those women too for wanting to have a good time. Yeah. But it's just not at this guy's expense and at the other customer's expense.
Mm-hmm. And okay, so my take on it, me personally, I've been looking at like social media. I honestly, when I see things as like people, I feel like nowadays the standards and morals that we used to have has been thrown in the trash, and anybody that tries to follow them or even, you know what I'm saying, try and like speak up for them or anything, they're getting trashed. Like, cause I'm the type of person, I think that you can have fun, but you just gotta know when to do it and how to do it. Like, I have a ratchet side, you know. I'm a little ratchet on the low. Like, you know, me and my friends, we go to restaurants, we have fun. Like, if we hear music playing, we okay, like, you know, we vibe, but we carry ourselves as ladies. And I feel like everybody want to be free. Like, they don't want no standards, nothing, no limits. Like, you know, and I feel like there should be, because I don't think that this man did anything wrong. Okay, he could have probably, he had to use a cuss word because it's black people. Sometimes you can't, black people, you just gotta hit them with a cuss word because that's what they understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I think he did good. Like, he let it be known, I did not make this. Yes, we're listening to this type of music, but I want this type of like vibe in my establishment. I don't think he was wrong. Like Dell said, you go to Buffalo Wild Wings. I think if you went to Buffalo Wild Wings and you stood up, it's not like it's Hooters, but I think if you went to Buffalo Wild Wings out in Manchester, Connecticut, they will kick you out trying to twerk, because the little white people and their little family gonna be like, oh my God, they're twerking on the tables. Like, no, kick them out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you can't be mad at this man for having a certain type of atmosphere that he's trying to provide or project in his establishment. So I feel like, as a lady too, you are to carry yourself a certain type of way, regardless where you from. Like he said, there's men in here, and if I want them to act this certain type of way, then I need you to act this certain type of way, because then if you get this backlash from them, you're not going to like it. So why are you out here twerking like a wild animal? It's probably was stinking in there, because, you know, honey, all that BV smelling around there. I don't want to smell shrimp while I'm eating. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sit down. If I ain't order shrimp, I don't want to smell it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, if I was there, I probably would have been vibing with the music. But if I would have seen all that they definitely would have got a look for me, because, like, come on, man. Like carry yourself. Like, yeah, I get it. This is establishment for us, but carry yourself, like, because as a woman, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you came here looking the part, but you don't even act the part. And honestly, I don't know. So I'm leaning more towards the owner and his objective that he wanted to, like, that he set for his establishment. But I don't see a problem with it.
Do you do you guys think that he could have addressed it differently? Now, the context is we know that he addressed him 2 or 3 times more. He 2 or 3 times before privately, and then they kept dancing. I think the lady that was on the couch and against the wall, the glass wall. I think that's the straw that broke the camel's back. And then he just snapped and just started cussing out everybody or whatever. That's what they're saying, right? But do you guys feel that he could have done it, addressed them differently? Like if he got the room's attention and said, "My queens."
No, no. They would have looked at him like, what? Queens, but that's what you want to be called on Facebook. They love beloved. He should have hit him with the beloved. Hey, beloved, can you sit down? I hate that word. Don't call me
Me
beloved.
too.
I hate that word with a passion.
Beloved
But
is for when you dead. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Like,
that's a New York. That's a
no,
New York. Like,
New Yorkers definitely
them
hit you
five
with,
percenters.
hey, yo, beloved. Hey, yo,
Yeah.
beloved. If you don't beloved, get out my face, honey. Yeah.
Especially when the dudes be saying it to each other. That's suspect. What's
well,
up,
I feel like
beloved?
you know, I'm not even alarmed at his like curse words at all. I feel that, you know, as a former twerker myself, you know what I'm saying? Twerking is for when you're younger. You don't care where it happens. You come into your body, you looking good, your boobs is popping, your butt is popping. And I feel like what he used is what everybody uncle would have used when they get, you know, upset. Like I let the language go right past my head and was just looking at the situation because, you know, what they're doing is they're enjoying themselves. And I don't know if y'all been around drunk people, you know, because I could do it with alcohol in the building, but drunk people get on your nerve. They take you there. Like you know what I'm saying? They make you need a drink. So I'm sure with trying to control himself and being substance free at the time, that's why he had to use, you know, the language. But I don't even find the language alarming, and nor do I find their twerking alarming. I feel like we have to know who we was at a younger age. Like that's what we do. We get put out of restaurants. We get, and guess what? They probably was like, girl, that night was fun. I don't know what Shaquana got us put out. Like they still partying for this same thing. They was like, oh my God, girl, we got a million heads. Like they still having a good time, you know, because
they showing a viral video to their gay kids. Like,
yeah, right.
We
look what mommy did.
1 million views.
Period, poo. Period.
People get beat up on social media and then show their face beat up and show the video, and they happy they getting attention from the beat up video.
No, seriously, just straight dumb. It's funny because I recently went Thanksgiving Day. My friend he had he hosted a little get together at his house or whatever, and he invited me. I'm very, like I said, I know how to have fun, but I'm coming into my adult mature stage. You know, I'm about to be 30. So I feel like I'm getting in that little box where it's like, you know, like I know how to vibe. Let me vibe. Like, you know, don't interrupt me. I know how to do this. Like, leave me alone. I had my fun. And these young girls, they were around 21 to 23. And one of them, their birthdays. And they came in. It was a lot of guys because he's a guy, my friend. And there was like a lot of dudes, like, you know, and he's actually in his 30s. And he had a lot of young people in his house. So the girls are whining, they showing how they move and stuff. And I'm just like, hey man, like, honey, I know when I was young and I was going out at that time, I was doing that too, you know, like, and they was looking at me because I was sitting there, I was sipping and I'm just chilling and I'm sipping. And even him, he's like, Quana, drink, have fun. And I'm like, I'm having fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to do what they're doing. I did that before. I'm not in that stage in my life. Like they have something to prove to you guys. Y'all do not nobody for me to prove anything to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, they trying to show y'all, the ones they're attracted to, how they move. So if you get one of them in the bed, you know what to expect. Like, you know what I'm saying? I said, I don't gotta do all that. I said, I'm an experience. I don't need you to, you know what I'm saying, like, to see all of that. Like, you know, and he was like, you're so boring. And I was like, and that's why I don't come to any of your stuff, because you're in your mid-30s and you still trying to live on this string and trying to live your best life like it's golden, bro. Grow up. That's why you're single now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, you know,
I feel like you talking to me right now.
Well, you need to get up on it, Mo,
I'm
honey.
in my
Because
40s.
you too old to still be trying to act like you 20 something. You need to come on, honey. But but yeah, so it's like I sat there and I watched them and they were having fun. I didn't judge them. I was just chilling. Like, I know how it is. I was that a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm coming into myself. I know the goals that I have. I know how I want to present myself. I know what image I want to project. You know what I'm saying? And I was just chilling, and one of his friends came up to me. He get on my nerves. He's like, "Quana, I just love you because you really be vibing. Like, the young girls, they thought I didn't know none of the songs they were playing, and I'm looking at them like, girl, if anything, I invented this dance. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I was to get up, I'll show out all y'all little young girls, but there's no need for me to do that because I'm vibing. I'm letting y'all have it. They had the one fat girl in the crew that I used to be, and I'm just looking at her like, you a token. I'm just gonna let you know that right now, honey. And I'm just looking at her. She not even noticing, like, you're the token fat girl. And I'm like, girl, you gotta stand out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because when I was the token fat girl, I was the lit token fat girl. I wasn't this one in the back. Like, honey, they came for me. They didn't come for the skinny girls. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just sitting there, like, just watching, like, I was these young girls. But again, like, it's just a time and a place for certain things. And that like, I don't know. They just...
That's interesting that you mentioned that, Quana, because a lot of people have brought up this phrase "respectability politics" over this situation. This kind of what you were talking about, of carrying yourself a certain way. And I don't know when this phrase came out. I learned this phrase from someone else that's younger than me, so I don't know when this phrase came out. But if you don't know for the audience, if you don't know what respectability politics is, basically, as it pertains to black people, it's the white standard of what people think black people should act so that they can get respect from society. That's how it was defined to me. I don't know if that's necessarily true. If someone wants to look it up and maybe get a more...
Wait, repeat it again?
It up, actually.
I was about to say, repeat it again? I didn't even...
Respectability politics. I just looked it up, and it says respectability politics in the context of, it has it in the context of LGBT community is the assimilation. When I looked at respectability, because the politics is what changed the definition for it just now, but it said respectability was like, meaning to act proper, refers to attempts by marginalized groups to police their own members and show their social values as being continuous and compatible with mainstream values rather than challenging the mainstream for its failure to accept difference. So basically respectability politics is some bullshit because first of all, we are respectable people. All the cultures are trying to imitate us. Like we started the twerking. Okay. Now, white chicks over at the Buffalo Wild Wings in Minnesota is not getting kicked out because, for twerking, they're getting considered fun. They're considered cool. They've now, crossed over into being, mainstream because Black is mainstream. So, when they incorporate our dances and our culture, our hairstyles, all that, they're considered, hood credible. So we can't focus on respectability politics. What I think is ruining society though is cameras and Twitter and social media, with all these opinions, because this is family. This is a family issue. Okay, this man kicked these girls out of the restaurant. If this was 1989, we would have heard about it at grandma's house if we was going to Dallas, and we wouldn't have heard about it no more at all. It is not a huge issue to be twerking at a restaurant. Those girls, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and speak up for those girls too. Those girls were respecting themselves. They was having a good time. When you got liquor in your system, that's what it is.
Yeah,
like
but
everybody
wait,
a horrible night.
Don't blame it on the alcohol.
But hold up though, but dancing on top of the furniture though. Come
Okay,
on, you know damn well if you dance on top of grandma's furniture in the house, she gonna beat that ass. So
okay,
first off,
unless of course grandma is also dancing on top of the furniture. Like,
No, no, no,
No, grandma
no. You
looking
know,
at them like, get
no.
your off
You
my
know,
couch.
you know, in the
Honey.
black community, they put plastic on the table,
Come on, talk about
on the
it.
couch. You can't even eat at the normal dining room. It's a separate dining room table. You got to take your shoes off when you get in the door, so you know
Come
damn
on.
well you can't play.
okay, that's for some people, grandma. That's for some people,
Yeah.
grandma.
I'm
Other
just
My
saying, for the
grandma
most part,
ratchet.
you know what I mean. For black in general, you can't play no football inside that. You can't throw no ball around. So you dancing on. Nobody's dancing on dinner tables in houses. That's a
true.
little
Okay.
extreme.
Okay,
My whole take. Hold up, I
okay,
got my whole
dancing
take on
on
that.
dinner tables is extreme.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the
yeah.
thing about it too is we're discussing, you know, as a black woman, you know, people scrutinize every single thing we do when we've all had a fallout.
Right.
You know, people have been drunk, people have been twisted, people have beat their women on camera. Like, I refuse to let us go down and be like, oh, these girls is no better. When we've all
we're not.
all had our moment. You know what I'm
No, I'm not. I'm not
you
saying.
can have
I'm
a
not.
bad moment. That doesn't mean you are, you know, you just trash. You just having a bad.
No. I'm not. We're not saying that. But at the same time, you do have to take accountability and not be surprised when somebody check you for standing on a
No, and
damn
I'm not
table.
surprised. And I'm
Like,
Yes.
like you eat
definitely
off of the think about it, you eat off a table. Like, shoes aren't supposed to be on a table, let alone your shoes and your whole body.
okay, but the
what
thing
you
about
eat
it
off of.
is, yes, you do eat off the table, but you clean the shit right afterwards. Everybody else
Yeah,
coming
but-
nasty
but-
with
And-
coronavirus. Like, the thing about it too is, this is not something. Like, this is something that this guy wanted to create his restaurant, but this is not no critical thing. Like, oh, if she stood
Oh,
on
no,
the
not at
table,
all.
we gonna throw the table.
No, it's
out.
not.
People is coming and they is nasty and they is eat at this table, and that's why you come and you bust the table down. So when the next person come that's nasty right before you,
I agree.
like,
I agree.
that's it, and that's what I'm talking about. The scrutiny of black people. A black man do something, he can't protect his environment. A black woman do something, oh, she need to protect her. She need to respect better in the public. No. We've been raised in this whole culture society from you know, even before slavery. We are the mothers of this earth. If we want to twerk a little bit, you know, when we get twerking from, Africa. You better look at the
Yeah,
whole.
but they not walking around twerking all the time. They is not walking around just busting out twerking in the village,
they're
going
not.
to get
They're doing
getting
it
their
when
little
they're having a
apples
good
and
time.
tomatoes and then
Okay.
just popping they
Okay,
booty, honey.
but they're doing it when they're having a good time.
When they're having a good time and they do it respectfully. They do it respectfully.
No, everybody in Africa ain't doing it like we have got it twisted.
I understand. I get what you're saying.
Black women don't do it on the occasion. Like, everybody has their moment. Like, if these black women is twerking on this one time, yes, it was unfortunate, but you know, we can't put this on a black woman thing because everybody has had their youthful time. People that got locked up. People that got so many things happen to them. You know,
But it wasn't one time. They were corrected multiple times before it was recorded. The big backlash was recorded. So it's not like this one time happened and he just came and tried to shut down everything. He came to them respectfully probably before, and they ignored him. And that's the thing about the black man and the black woman. The black man is letting you know, I'm trying to establish something. This is the type of image that I'm trying to run for my business, or period. Whenever a black man try to put his foot down, the black woman always want to backlash it. That's why we always single and we say ain't no good black man, because you got this one good, even though he about was a little twangy, but you know what I'm saying? But still, he got this thing going on, and we want to, why do you want to you know what I'm saying? Like, take away from what he's trying to like build. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's asking you, like, can you just respect my stuff? I get it. If you want to have a good time, yes, that's why I have this music playing, so you can have a good time. But can you just respect my establishment? And the thing about it is, okay, well, we can respect it, but you're not respecting it. And also, I want you to respect yourself, because I'm tired of people looking at you like this. Because now, if I let this go on and then get out, they going somebody. Now, what if I don't check you on it and then get out that you twerking in my restaurant? Look at these heathens twerking in this nice restaurant. It's gonna always be something. I don't think it's a right or wrong thing. It's just where is the line? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in this, I get it. we want to have fun. I'm the chick. I be want to have fun when I go out. You know what I'm saying? But you got to know how to have fun. Yeah, they're young. We don't even know how old these girls is. And Black don't crack. They probably older than me. Like, you know what I'm saying? They probably older than me, twerking and stuff. My friends is ratchet. They in their 40s. Like, you know what I'm saying? They ratchet, classy women. I know a 65-year-old just died. She was ratchet and classy. Like, she was lit. Like, you know, she knew when she went out, she presented herself as a lady. And when her song came on, she like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? And when she got in this atmosphere where she could break out of herself, she did it. It's just like, you got to know how to do it. And I feel like they didn't respect that man. It's not about even them respecting themselves. It's about respecting this man's voice. Like, they didn't respect his voice, and that's why he cussed at him. If I was him, I'd have smacked him.
I don't feel like they didn't respect this man. I feel like at the time, like when you think about good time and liquor, that's what you gotta, like, that's where all respect go out the window. But I also too, I feel the brother for putting his foot down, because you have respectfully asked these women, but I don't feel like they disrespected him because they're a Black man. I feel like they having a good time. They've been drinking, and that's what it is. Like, they just.
So if a white man would have came, the white man would have never even gave them as many chances as he gave them. He probably would have kicked them out the first shot, or he probably would have just peeped around when they seen that it was somebody of authority, and they would have just shot up. Oh, we don't want to get kicked out. You ain't gonna go to Roof Chris trying to twerk and stuff. They shutting it down. I went to Roof Chris one time and I looked very nice, and the lady acted like she didn't want to seat me. I said, I don't want to be here anyways. Now you're going to see the side that you want to see. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming here, I'm trying to eat this nasty food that ain't even all that good because it's just expensive. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you want to treat me because I'm fat and Black. Like, first of all, I'm not even about to buy a lot because it costs too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
wait, you bring up a really good point too, which is another good thing about those girls. They were supporting a Black business. Now, no, they weren't acting properly in that business, but they had the good intentions to go in there and support his business. Now, I do understand him being put out, him trying to establish a certain atmosphere inside of his restaurant. But I'm talking about, I look at videos on social media all day with people twerking in Walmart, twerking in grocery stores. They're not getting put out. I'm talking about twerking is a culture on itself that everybody has done. So that's why they thought it was okay. Now, yes, you got to respect this man's rules, but to go out and be like the Black woman ain't respecting the Black man, no, that's taking it too far. When we respect the Black man,
I think that's a good subject.
Like,
I believe the Black
white supremacist thought to think that we are the single ones. We can't get a man when every Black woman I know has a man. You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
is the man good? Honey, that's the question. Is all because the ones that I know with men, the niggas ain't nothing, honey.
Oh, well, I only know. No, I was raised by some very good Black men, and I refuse.
No, I'm not saying that all Black men are bad.
I'm from a very good Black family. All of most of the Black men I know are very upstanding, even down to the people that I used to be with are upstanding. So I don't know, like, I know a couple of ratchet relationships or whatever, but everybody got some ratchet relationships in their entire race. And I just refuse to let Black love, Black couples be trashed in this society. I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about in this society, period, where they feed us the thought of, oh, we ain't got no man, oh, we can't get no man, because this is how we act. No, we get men every day, just
but
like
our men say that though. Our men say that though. If you go on Twitter.
No, our men, no.
Okay.
Hood niggas are saying that, okay?
No.
Upstanding
No. The men that got money, the men that is good, they're letting you I've been around men who has it. They're not looking at the woman that's doing all the twerking. They're not looking at her, the ratchet chick. They talk about, and they're going off to the other races of women. I'm pro Black love. I am pro Black love and all of that good stuff. But I'm just saying that I know that men are saying that. I have a lot of guy friends, and when I sit there and I'm listening to them, I'm like, well, why don't y'all try and put us on, instead of talking about us, tell us what y'all don't like. Y'all too aggressive. Y'all too this. And it's like, okay, well, first off, we're not aggressive. I think we just have voices. We're not your puppies. We're not going to shut up. But teach us how to communicate. I think the Black man and the Black woman, we go in on each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mo Green always talking crap about us on Facebook. honey.
I don't
We
That's
follow
not
always
true.
talking.
guys.
Yes,
I
That's
you
don't
not
do.
true.
follow those guys, and if I do follow them, I unfollow them immediately. First of all, the black men that do trash black women, nigga, have you tried dating yourself? Because y'all are
Seriously.
completely like a nuisance. Be out here like black men that trash black women be some fatherless, mad with mothers,
Narcissistic.
full, like. But the thing is, I get those kind of people off of my timeline and out of my life because I know some good black. I was raised by good black men, and also too is the black men that's sitting back trying to convince us as the black woman that we not enough. That kind of man is not a loss for us. I'm only talking about the dignant black man that loves the full figure woman, that loves the mouthy woman, that loves the woman that will not stand for. You know, when I see the white women that I know with black men, they don't have a black man. They have a black boy that they've had to take care of, that they've had to provide for. I don't see the kind of black man that I would be. I'm usually skipping by that, the type of man that they have. I'm talking about the black man that is dignant, that loves his mother, that loves his family.
Yes.
Like, no, we out here and he's out here and he loves us. And I just get those kind of men off of my timeline because I can't stand seeing it, and I can't stand this divide that social media tries to do to make us think that black women is desperate, and we can't get a man, and we don't know how to talk to men. No. Every woman, whether she white, black, Asian, or what, you piss her off, and you was gonna see another side of her, whether she is meek and docile or what. You see what I'm saying? I just refuse to let social media, you know, be ruining our reputation like that. You know, like we not, white women is not criticized. Like they're not even popular when they going off on their husband. We the only ones popular because we are the Lord's TV. You see what I'm saying? So that's why we get all the videos thrown out, and you know.
I want
I
to.
don't think. Oh, sorry.
I want to interject to this. I definitely see the both sides that you guys are speaking about. Going back a little bit to what Del was saying about the criticism that the women are getting because of being black women and all that stuff, and how women of other races don't get the same don't get the same criticism, but they are just as ratchet. I mean, that's definitely a thing. It's something that you see out here in Los Angeles, especially. Like, if you don't know, interracial dating is very popular here in Los Angeles. But it's like a different, I don't know if Del, if you agree with this, but it's like a different type of interracial dating. Like, a lot of people that I've met that interracial date, they'll say, I date white women because black women, blah, 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 blah. It's not, oh, we met and we have stuff in common. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So so an example I can give is I had a roommate that was a white woman when I first moved to California, and she was very ratchet. She was very ratchet. I saw her titties more than I'm supposed to see for me. But nobody, and I'm the only person that talks shit about her. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's no Facebook post. There's no videos, there's no Instagram, nothing. There's no, oh, look at how ratchet this white girl is. There's none of that going on. And when I talk to other people who I knew at the time, I was like, yo, I gotta move because X, Y, and Z. They try to convince me how good this person is, right? But if I talk to the same person, because she also dated black men, the black guys that I would talk to that would date with her, they would literally say, oh, I'm just hanging out with her because, you know, she's a good lay or whatever. However, she's X, Y, and Z, and the reason I don't like black women is because then they have this laundry list of the reason they don't date black women. So to what Del is saying of, well, other women aren't getting the same criticism, it's true. I've witnessed it. And sometimes what happens is when you check other black men, and again, this isn't all black men, but these particular black men I talk, when you check them and you say, yo, how come you're talking black women? They will get aggressive with you. And be like, nigga, don't tell me how I'm supposed to talk X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. So it's like they will go as far to defend this white woman that they're not even in a relationship with. They're just having sex with her. They will go as that far to defend this white piece of ass they got But when it comes to a black woman, they'll say, well, black women are loud, black women, they'll just specifically list.
Yeah.
That anger for your
Castrated.
mother. That anger for your mother, because we have nothing to do with that. We don't turn our backs on black men. We've been cheated
That's
on
true.
by black men. We have had molestation by black men, and we still, as the black woman, have faith in the black man. Okay, when a
Yes.
black woman finds her a white man, is because she's just generally attracted to that white man. I do know a black woman that she's just like, well, my black boyfriends didn't do this, but that is one. The rest of it, including my family that's married to, they just generally found their counterpart in a white mate. We do not give up on our men like that, and this is society trying to put us against each other so we can be like, see what I'm talking about? See how they do it like that? It's like white women are not meek and docile. Like, have you ran into a Jewish woman? Like, she runs her house, so she will tell a Jewish man to sit his ass down. I mean, I'm usually paraphrasing or whatever, but I'm talking about they are just as strong, just as opinionated. So is Italian women, so is white women, so is Asian women. Like, we are the ones that get all of this criticism because it's a white supremacist culture that is trying to separate us by saying, oh, look what the black man do. Oh, see how the black woman treated. No, honey, this is one incident. And that's it. We're going to single that out to one incident. You know what I'm saying? We're just good people. We believe in each other. We stick together. That's another thing that another notion I want to break down. Black people stick together. I'm supporting black businesses every single day. And so black businesses are supporting me every single day. So, like, I'm so tired of all these, all of these little bit of things being implied that we're such bad people when everything else is going on, but only the spotlight lands on us.
And those other groups, they kind of keep their wars amongst each other with
themselves. Yep.
Yeah.
When they portray it in the media, those things are jokes too. So I mean, it's like when you, like, for example, I don't know if you guys have seen Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
But when you see Curb Your Enthusiasm,
it
shows everything that's wrong with white people and Jewish people, but it's hilarious. And no one's like, oh man, Jewish people are X, Y, and Z, but it's like, no, Curb Your Enthusiasm is hilarious because we get to see their faults. Now, Mo had something to say. Go ahead, Mo.
No, what I was going to say was just regarding the whole situation, now that you ladies gave your takes, there has to be accountability on both sides. Like, for one, obviously, if you go to a restaurant, that's supposed to be fine dining, you shouldn't stand on top of a table and dance. But at the same token, if you are a business owner and you want like a certain environment and a certain atmosphere, you're putting things out there that encourage that those actions, the ratchet music, the Hennessy wings. You understand what I'm saying? So it has that hood ratchet feel. So they feel like they feel like it's an okay place to do something like that. Because you got these types of wings, because you got that kind of music, because you got a DJ in the background. If it was like a Ruth Chris or whatever upscale restaurant you guys have out there and they're playing classical music, dun, 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 nobody gonna twerk to no damn classical music. So sometimes they probably will though. But so sometimes I understand like where the restaurant owner was coming from, but sometimes you create an environment or you create an atmosphere to bring attention, to bring adverse attention to yourself, even if you didn't realize it. And I'll flip it on even a whole nother level. Like a lot of times, like women, they'll wear something like low cut, or they'll wear something revealing, like, showing their cleavage or whatever, but then they'll get mad if somebody notices their cleavage. It was like, well, if you didn't really want as many people noticing your cleavage or your booty cheeks or whatever, then you wouldn't wear a certain thing to draw that attention to yourself. So it's like a lot of times, like things that we do is self-induced. You have to be conscious of the things that you put out and the type of attention that you're going to get. Not saying it's going to be 100% all the time, but come on, if you paying back that ass up and you got some wings with some Hennessy on it, man, you know what I'm saying? Like I might get on the table. I might start twerking. If I was still a drinker, I'll be like the dude from Players Club that he hopped on stage. He's like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get on. So I see both perspectives. You know what I'm saying? And if he had to talk to them 3 or 4 times, then him cursing at the end, you know, they kind of brought that themselves. Because if you follow the Bible, even Jesus flipped the tables over. And when they was trying to sell, when the merchants were trying to sell some stuff, and you know what I mean? And Jesus is supposed to be the greatest person of all time. So if Jesus can lose his cool and flip some tables over, a little old business owner who Quana said probably got a twang or something. You know what I mean? He was to his wits end. He about to start snapping like, listen, y'all bitches better get out here. Listen,
yeah, that's what I was expecting. That
I don't care what
I
y'all
was
saying.
expecting that.
Listen, this is what I'm doing. Like, you know, I gave our bitches a chance. Like, you know what I'm saying? If he would have came a 4th time, that's his hand would have worked. He would have went Tyler Perry on him. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Perry in his true form. My bad, Kenan, because I always dislike famous people when we on this podcast. But you trying to get famous, I'm not, so I don't care.
Make it Hollywood, and Mo Green is ruining my chances by saying ratchet stuff.
Yeah, but to sum it all up, you know, not to talk anymore. It's just there's accountability on both sides. On the business owner side, you don't want people twerking as much. Stop playing some damn neo soul and something without an 80 BPM beat per minute beat. You know what I'm saying? And the ladies, just because they serving Hennessy with the buffalo wings, don't mean you can get on top of the table and start dancing. What happens if the table break or you fall off the table or something, break your leg?
Yeah.
You gonna sue? Oh my God, we was twerking on top of the tables, but the legs was too weak. So we trying to get some money. No, bitch, you wasn't supposed to be. You wasn't supposed to be standing on top of the damn table.
How dare he have me twerking on an unstable table? I'm a lawyer. I am Floyd. I am.
Exactly.
It works. It works both ways. Though. I think it's an even thing. I don't think he was too rude, and but he still is self-induced. Though he still had to have the Hennessy with the buffalo wings and DJ Kid Capri in the background.
I agree with you, Mo, because the thing about it is it's interesting how when he gave his speech, he said 3 times, he's like, I made this place for black people. He said that 3 times. Yeah. So I bet you when he's thinking about his restaurant, he's like, man, we need to figure out how to get these niggas in this restaurant, right? First he's like, we're going to do a fine dining restaurant. Then he's like, okay, now we need to get black people. Then he's like, okay, we need a DJ.
Hennessy wings.
We need Hennessy wings. Then we need to get them to play some Meg Thee Stallion or like this is his thought process because nothing happens by accident. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? It's not like he clap that ass just came out of nowhere.
It's a juxtaposition. It's confusing. It's like if like Quan, you go to church. Imagine you going to the church, like, you know what I'm saying, but the pastor got on like he diesel with a fish. He got like a slacks on, but he got a fishnet Jamaican shirt cut up to here, and he preaching a sermon. The word is good, but at the same time, you're looking at his titty nipples like, yo, bro, like I'm confused. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Should I tip you or should I say amen? Which one should I do?
I'm roasting it.
So, I'm sorry. I was going to say some churches use trap music to get them to come to church.
Absolutely, because we sung Lean Back for Jesus, and guess what? That church used to be jumping every week. You know what I'm saying? The thing about it too is I'm glad you mentioned the Bible because the Bible also focuses on something else. Yes, people do get angry. Yes, Jesus did turn over the table. But in all the environments in the Bible, the Lord focuses on self-control. That means even if the music is playing, you control yourself and you don't twerk. Even if you're getting upset, you control yourself and you don't curse. Like those are the things that, you said mention with the cleavage. And that's what I was thinking about when you mentioned with the cleavage. Like, yes, we can wear, cleavage out, but practice some self-control, but then we're not practicing self-control when we got so much skin out. But then also too is we should be able to have as much skin out with you practicing self-control. So it's all a catch-22. Everybody needs to practice.
What I'm saying with that is if you wear something that draws attention to yourself, don't get upset when you get attention, is what I'm saying. And if you want less, if you want to try to minimize, the attention, you will do different things. It doesn't guarantee. I mean, you could have like Muslim chicks be sexy as hell with the whole shawl and everything. I still be flirting, trying to holler. You know what I'm saying? So because I'm nasty like that. But I mean, but you could still minimize it. You could still lessen the blow. But if you just got you full out just like this, like why are these dudes? Why do you keep looking at me? Your booty cheek, you walking, your booty cheeks jiggling one at a time. Somebody gonna say something.
Go ahead, to think about that.
Also, Mo, we trying to get the attention when we got it out like that. Come on now, stop. We just want the right person to have the attention. Like, you know,
that's true.
And therein lies the issue, right there.
And that's
right
where
there.
because as you can see, y'all see every time she say cleavage is brought up, I try and cover mine.
Oh no, Quan, ain't
No,
about,
but listen, I have big breasts, okay? They can't be covered all the way. And it's funny because I remember the first time, like it was when I first got saved, I had the church that I'm in, I was visiting at the moment, and there was this woman, she had a son that was going to church, and she was visiting that day too because her son invited her or whatever, and he was kind of special needs or whatever. But I remember she got up and I had on a cami like this, right? Because I'm new to the whole church thing. I had a cami with a cardigan. I had some slack pants, you know, trying to be presentable, trying not to come in there, you know, too wild or whatever. Because I don't really dress too revealing anyways. I can't help that I have big breasts. But I was sitting there and I didn't come for nobody. I came just to hear the word, whatever, encouragement, whatever, right? In that moment, intel. And she got up and she was like, and I don't like how you got these women in here with these big breasts, and my son is sitting here, and I look, and she about special needs too. So I started doing like this because I know that because I knew that she was kind of like talking about me, and because the way she looked around and I locked eyes with me, so I started covering up myself as much as I can with my cardigan. Yeah. Because I'm like, well, I'm not trying to get your son. First off, your son is kind of special needs, man. He will never get my attention anyways. And then two, like, and then my pastor was like, She stopped. She was like, no, don't do that. She said, let me tell you something. Don't come in here doing that. She said, a lot of us have big breasts in here. And I know that their intention is not to, you know, draw attention to that area. And she was like, baby, don't cover up yourself. She said, you can't help that your breast is big. You look nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, you know, because I don't want none of these men in this church. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I came for Jesus. I ain't come for none of them.
But you if you have a certain shape or size, you know, there's not much you could do. I'm talking about the chicks that intentionally have it cut wide open like this to get the men, like you said, that they want to attract, but then they attract other people. When you got
I was going to get to that.
You ain't gonna wear just two little shells right here and then be like, why people, you know what I'm saying? Like, you still try to cover yourself up. I'm talking about people that's intentionally trying to get attention but getting mad when they get attention that they didn't want to get.
What were you gonna say, Quana?
And you brought up a good point, because you said when you have a certain body shape and stuff, there's certain things that you just wear and it enhances it and stuff. I am a big girl, so there's this picture. I was very nice, like I didn't want. So I had that moment where I wasn't intentionally trying to draw attention, and this is another moment where I wasn't trying to draw attention, but I noticed this is men's favorite picture of me, and it was when I went out to this. My sister, she lives in Delaware. We went out to Philly. And we partied one night in Philly, but I wore a sweater, I wore jeans, and I wore some nice heels. And the sweater, I have big breasts, so the sweater was like a collar sweater, and my breast was like, I wasn't trying to get attention. I just looked nice. I like to go out, look decent when I go out. And men are drawn to that. Oh, your butt look big, your breast is nice, and I'm just like, well, I know that wasn't I wasn't much I could possibly find to get the image, but it gave off what I wanted to give off, but I wasn't trying to give off, oh, look at me, look at my breast, look at my butt. I wasn't trying to give that off. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's just different types of men. You have men who are just dogs and just they anything, and they, oh my God, look at that. You could have a turtleneck on and they just look at her double chin outside of that turtleneck. They just get turned on by that, and it's just like, bro, like, you just nasty. Like, sit down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's all about what the person tries. Like you said, there's some people who put on pasties for them. Some people put it on for them. It's not, I can't help that you are looking at me like this. If I know I didn't, like, I'm flaunting my curves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people want to flaunt their curves. Some people just want to look presentable. Like, it's just, I guess it all depends on what the person.
Guys,
you know.
I just want to say this to all the guys out there that's and Guys, we appreciate you so much. You know, rejection is very healthy. We need to do it as a woman. You see what I'm saying? We need people that we can be like, please, I am not.
Yeah, it feels good.
If you ain't got nobody doing that, your self-esteem is in the dump. I really appreciate the guys that I have to reject just as much as the guys.
Just know how to take it. Just know how to take the rejection, please, because I don't want you. Just because you, thank you for giving me the compliment, but I don't want you. Okay?
But also, too, guys, just so you know, we do not leave out the store as the woman unless these clothes is showing off this figure, unless it compliments this figure. We don't like, do you understand what I'm talking about? I don't have conversations with jeans and be like, I don't try on a pair of jeans and be like, oh, my butt looks smashed. Like, my butt gotta, if I got a gadong, but my butt got a little quadruple gadong, so me to be like, oh, shit, I like these jeans. Like, for me to even like them. So that is the whole thing about women. And the same with guys. Guys put on a suit and be like, oh, look at you, boy looking that. You boy, guys put on shoes and be like, you boys looking back. Cuff links, guys get a haircut.
All that stinking cologne, Jesus.
Make sure themselves looks nice, to make sure they look nice as a person. And the same with girls. We're not wearing something to cover. I mean, I won't say to cover, but I'm talking about even if you're covered, even if you're the Muslim girl that covers up in the hijab and the garb, you know, underneath there, you still got something that is form-fitting and you look nice. So when you get home, you take that off and your husband be like, oh, baby, you looking good. Because that's just what it is. We want, you know, we want to look good for our man. We want to look good for ourselves, and we want the compliments out there. So, guys, keep on giving those compliments, guys. We love rejecting y'all. We just love it. It's
please know how to take it. Please know how to take it, because I do not like, I don't like the guys that think, because let me tell y'all something. Guys that try and get the big girls with a compliment. There's some of us, we don't need your compliment, but thank you. Thank you. So don't get mad when, don't call me a fat B when I don't want to talk to you, because I'm fat don't mean I'm desperate. Okay, thank you, but no thank you at the same time. Yeah,
big women ain't easy no more. They used to be easy back in the days. But since social media came out, mad niggas is thirsty here in inboxes, man. Y'all all got ego now. I can't get.
It ain't had nothing to do with social media.
It had a lot to do with social media, because people are getting a lot more attention than what they're used to. So it boosts. You walk through the day every day before social media, like maybe 10 guys try to hit it, whatever. You got social media, you got 5,000 friends on Twitter, 5,000 friends on Instagram, 5,000 friends on Snapchat, and you got all these inboxes and compliments and people kidding. That's sensory overload. I don't care what type of human you are. You a human. And if you getting all that attention, all them compliments, and all them people trying to holler at you, talk to you, unless you like got the will of Jesus, some of y'all gonna fold and crack, or some of y'all gonna get gassed up by it. And trust me,
I had that moment. I can attest. I had that moment.
See,
when I first got on Twitter,
like all these niggas come. You seeing the thumbs up? You seeing the
They
inboxes.
don't love me no more. They don't like me no more.
Cash up you. Y'all be getting the penis pics. I know y'all don't like the penis pics, but I'm sure every now and again you saw a penis. You're like, ooh, that one's okay. Y'all, you didn't dislike all of them. Come on, man. It was at least one or two of them. He's like, okay. You know what?
Please don't send no unsolicited pics, please.
Listen. You're not hearing what I'm saying.
Mo Green, you be sending those, don't you?
Listen. You're not hearing what I'm saying. No, you don't want the dick pics, but out of the thousands of dick pics that you got, you can't tell me. You can't tell me at least one or two of them. You're like, that's kind of. He's
no. I get turned off by that. They don't. Honestly, my inbox is so dry. I'm the boring fat girl. I'm the cute one. Like, no, seriously, listen. If my pictures draw them, they be like, "Ooh, you just so beautiful." At one point, I had Africans galore in my inbox. They wouldn't leave me alone.
They trying to steal your identity, though.
Leave me alone, Mo, because one of them did.
They be having
Mo,
the big jewelry with the
email. I don't know how he got my email. One day he messaged me. He said, he said, hey, did you get a link? Did you get a notification from your email? And I was getting ready for work. And I'm like, bro, like I did just now. Like, he's like, can you send me the code? I said, how did you get my email? Like, how did you find it?
He's trying to take your life savings.
He was trying to take, I didn't have anything at the moment. You can't take anything from somebody that didn't have anything,
He
honey.
can take your social security number. He can take your
Girl,
social security,
he don't
all
want
your,
that.
he can take your identity and then bomb a whole country, and then you up on federal charges.
Okay, guys, I just want to jump in.
Right.
First of all, to say I take the time. If you took the time to send me a dick pic, not only do I look at it, I look at it for a couple of days and I judge it properly on whether I need to put it on my vision board or not. Okay, because now you can't send me the dick pic every morning, but I will reach back out to say I appreciate your generosity and thank you so much, because
not me.
Listen, guys, I'm not a dick pic recipient. I'm a dick pic judger, guys. I really appreciate judging a good dick pic. Was it ashy? Was it lotioned up? Was the angles looking good? Did you use the portrait on your camera? Did you use that photo? Like, guys,
night vision.
Thank you so much for all this good self-esteem.
See, so there you go.
Please, guys,
Del,
stop sending.
Wait, hold on. I got a question for Del. Do you have a what do you call it? A think tank group that you share the pictures with, that you and all y'all judge it, or do you judge them?
I'm done. That's the thing is, I kind of keep it for myself. I don't really show it with the people. Now, what I really do love is when people share it with me. You see what I'm saying? Like, I really love judging the dick pics that my friends get on their phone too. I will judge those as well, guys. I really pride myself in being a dick pic judge.
I love it. I love it.
Don't send it to me, because I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna say, what is this, honey? What is this? I'm gonna hurt your feelings. See how far I could hurt you.
Quana, you don't think they all look ugly though? That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like,
let me tell you something.
All of them? You ain't never seen one that was like, okay.
I don't go by looks. I go by length. Okay, if we gonna go there, honey.
Okay.
I don't want nothing small. Don't send me. If you gonna send me something, you better send something compared to a remote control or something. I don't want nothing with a little toothpaste cap on the side. What is this, honey? Don't put nothing in my inbox. And then even on that, I don't want that, honey. That is nasty, because I used to get them all the time, like on Instagram and stuff. I'm like, listen, I am not that girl. I don't know what you don't like it. No, honey, please don't send it. I am boring now. They do not love me. They I remember this dude, this is like a couple months ago, he messaged me on Instagram. He was like, hey, can you send a picture of you in a bra and panty set so I could put it on my big girl page? I said, you've been my friend for how long on Instagram? He said, for a while. I said, do you see me posting any of those? He was like, no. I said, all right, then, so why would I give you a picture like that for you to post on? Boy, if you don't get out of my face, they don't like me. I'm not that fat girl. I'm sorry. I don't need your validation. I'm not going to put myself out there. I try and present myself as a lady to a certain extent. You only going to see my ratchet, nasty side when you meet me. It's an experience, honey. You don't just get it on the outside. You got to experience this, honey. This is something you experience. You understand?
Guys, I just want to say to the guys that have sent me one, now if you send it to me every day, like, because I had one guy with the most humongous, I'm talking about the most humongous pig ever. Now, I did go ahead and put that on my vision board, okay? And then I told him, I was like, I appreciate you so much for thinking of me when you went to send this, you know? But then if you send it like 2-3 days in a row, I was like, oh, now you're harassing me with it. Okay, now I'm gonna have to block you because now you don't know your limits. But the thing about it too is I really appreciate when y'all send me the good, and I'm talking about I must be a perfect size attractor of pics, because I don't have any small ones coming through mine. I have the straight porno pics coming through mine. So
Lexi in her inbox. Well, you know, now the iPhones are now in 4K, 8K, Dolby Vision.
Yep, and you can see the herpy bumps and all that. Mm-hmm.
But man, how far have we sailed away from the topic we were talking about?
No, we still in the vicinity.
Yeah, I mean, look, Look, I think we're gonna have to wrap this up. Unfortunately, we're out of time. I'd like to thank both Del and Quana for joining us for this enthralling.
Yeah, that was funny.
We definitely want to have you guys back. But what I want to say is there's two things I want to say. There's from the owner. Okay, this is the question I want to propose. Do you think that it being a black-owned business, going back to True Kitchen and Cocktails, it being a black-owned business that had something to do with the amount of respect that some of the patrons and some of the people criticizing the owner, do you think it has something to do with it being black-owned, or is it just generally speaking? First of all, do you think that the ladies that thought it was appropriate to twerk because of the environment and it being black-owned? And also, do you think that the criticism that the owner is getting is also because he's a black man that owns a business?
I think it's all because it's black. Because first of all, if this black man would have threw some white women out the restaurant, they would have came back and arrested him and shut his restaurant down and said that everybody had corona in there with a liquor license, and they would have put this man out of business because it's all racism. It's all about us and what we
I agree.
do. And it's harshly judged for what we do. Like I said, this is family, okay? And what I hope for this black man is, I hope he because I did see him on a few radio shows or whatever and apologizing for the language he used, but I hope it's over with all of them. I hope they go back to the restaurant and support him. I hope he welcomes them back in and support them. And also too, in Hollywood, you know what I got to think in Hollywood, like when I see anything going on, because Kenan, you were saying, he was like, okay, I got a fancy restaurant. Now, how do I get the blacks? Now, how do I get the people to come here? And in Hollywood, the next step would be, okay, Shaquana, I need you to come in and twerk so I can put y'all out and it could go viral and then everybody could know my restaurant name. So when they come to Dallas, because that is how PR works. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'd be like,
on some Kaiser Sose Usual Suspects type of shit.
Because that's you do know you have to have it natural. You have to have it ashy at the camera. You can't have no well-produced video being like, come to True Kitchen now, and that goes right in people's trash. But if you be like, True Kitchen did what? Oh my God, I got to go there just to
and
see
you know what?
Those women
it's sad.
And it don't cost no money for somebody for a video to go viral. Have his little niece be in the cut with the video. He ain't pay no money for it. I bet you that restaurant lit right now.
For this, and for the haters out there that want True Kitchen to close,
I don't want it to close.
He's booked for the next 3 months. You can Google this. He has reservations. He is booked up for the next 3 months.
During a pandemic, that's impressive.
I think this is why I think it is. I think he's booked because you do have those people who see, right, the way Del is talking, the way Del, her perspective on it, and you have those black people who, like, they see they trying to cancel, because it's like cancel. This is cancel culture. Like, you know what I'm saying? They want to cancel everything. So I think you have those people like, y'all white people is not about to cancel nothing that this black man has worked to make for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though it was a cousin situation, you know, you got the classy cousin with the ratchet cousin. Listen, I made it for us, but you ain't got to act like us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Can you just be normal around? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you have this cancel culture that everybody want to cancel something, and you have those people who like, nah, I'm going to support it just so you can't cancel it. You know what I'm saying? So when this thing do blow over, it can still rock the way it was supposed to rock before all this happened. And I'm one of those people, like, I'm gonna have my opinion. I'm gonna go in there too. I'll go in there and be like, listen, I don't like how you talk, but I'm still sitting here eating because I am for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get what you're trying to say, but you need to learn how to, like, you know, phrase things a little better. And if you don't want no twerking, just put a sign, no twerking to our back that ass.
Well, people might have a problem with that. The last thing I'll say on the subject is black people, when we say support black businesses, Black Lives Matter, we gotta believe it ourselves. And I'm not saying that we don't, but I mean, we're in the age now with social media where a lot of people are saying things and they think it's okay not to act on it. People would rather say something than actually doing it in real life. And I think that's going to change, especially us in our community. We need to support each other. We need to protect each other, men and women. And we need to wish the best for each other.
Yeah.
I'm going to close it with this. I worked in hospitality. I used to work at a comedy club in New York City in Times Square. And I noticed that I worked directly with the managers, and I noticed that sometimes when it would be like an all-black crowd, like when it would be like a TK Kirkland or a Samore, or someone would come in and headline, we would have the Hennessy Wing crowd. Let's just call it. And the white managers had a specific prejudice for black crowds. Like these shows will always sell out. They will make tons of money, but there will be this prejudice against these crowds to say, "Oh, here comes some ratchet stuff," or "Here comes some," you know what I mean? That's what the energy would be. So I took upon myself. I said, every time we have a black audience, since I'm the only black person in management, I will try to make it so that every black person that comes to these doors will have a great time. I had to me by myself had to make sure that 400 black people were happy by the time they left, right? So one time we had Dick Gregory come in headlined, right? And there was a young lady that came in. She had to also have been a lesbian. So she came down to the show. She was wearing a white pantsuit. She was wearing cowboy boots. She had gold teeth, all that stuff, right? And I said, oh no, I have to make sure that every black person that comes into this room has a great time. So this woman got so drunk that in the middle of the show, she started heckling Dick Gregory. And he was yelling for her to get kicked out. Then she took a wine glass, broke it, and threatened to slit the throats of 2 white women that were sitting at the table with her. So of course these white women came out there like, oh my God, like we feel so unsafe. Can you please do something about this woman? She's making us feel unsafe. So my manager, who's a white guy, was like, Kenan, call the police. And I was like, no, I don't want to be involved in any situation with this black woman and the police. Maybe if I talk to her, which was a mistake, maybe if I talk to her, I could get her to leave. And we don't have to worry about it, right? So as soon as I go up to her, and she hears my voice, my snitch-sounding voice, she turns around and she says, you ain't nothing but a house nigga. And she looked at me in my suit and coat. She's like, you're a slave to your white master. Look at all these white people around here. You're a slave to your white master. So I turned to my boss and turned the other cheek.
Call the cops.
Call the cops. Call the SWAT. Strike, get some type of shit. I don't know. We need to do something about this bitch. Get this woman out of here. And then Dick Gregory died like a week later.
Oh my God.
Because the first and last experience that Dick Gregory had with Kenan Jerome Floyd was him being called a house nigga during one of his shows.
Oh my God.
This woman didn't say any of this to the other white people that were working at the place. I was the only one that she decided to tear down in front of everybody. And I tell that story to say this. Support black businesses. Support black lives. Support black entrepreneurship. Support black dreams. But there is some respect that needs to come along with that as well. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a young black person living in New York City trying to make it in comedy. I'm trying to do what I think I can do. Somehow I became a manager of one of the most pristine comedy clubs in the city. And you gonna call me a house nigga? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm just saying. What we're doing now in this podcast, what we're saying now in this podcast, it can't just be talk. We have to apply. We have to apply it in our lives, and that's not for the ones here. I'm talking about in general. You understand what I'm saying? We have to apply it, and we need to continue because now is our time. White guilt is at an all-time high.
I'm not trying to get a loan.
Yeah, get that SBA loan. Get that small business stuff going. Use that. Because unfortunately, the pandemic, the benefit of this pandemic is that a lot of white folks are out of our way because of the pandemic. And that's all I'm going to say. We need to use this time wisely. We need to use this time wisely. I got your message, though.
Y'all talking about me?
I was
No.
I turned
like this. Look, see how me? You gotta it's gotta bend back like this.
Well, what's funny is I turned off all the lights in my apartment, and this is my computer screen. So,
Oh.
yeah, I know.
Dell was helping with.
What's this?
She was helping produce the lighting of the show for the past 20 minutes just now. And if you notice, I look much better. I look a hell of a lot better now.
Yes.
Thank you.
No, thank you, Dell.
I appreciate
what
it.
I'm saying is put your back on those photos and that light right there.
Yeah, but because my room is my desk is perpendicular to the wall, so I would have to rearrange this whole little ass room.
Okay. But anyway, it's still. But see, you got to do the light. See how this light right here? You got to do it like that.
Yeah, I got it. See, look.
It's got to bend back like it's diving back.
I got to sit like this now. So.
Not like that. The light. You have to stay right there.
Who,
the
me?
light on your forehead.
Oh, the light has to go higher?
Right.
Yeah, go back.
I'm ultra light skinned.
Oh, like that?
Yeah.
I'm done.
See how it's not on your
This is light skin perspective with this light on my face.
When it's light skin perspective, you really gotta work on the light skin part of it.
I'm done.
Del for joining us. Quana, tell us where we can follow you on social media. Tell us what you're working on.
Okay, so you can find me on Shaquana Cochran. That's my Facebook. That's my main Facebook. I am working on my comedy page because I'm about to start really pushing that more. And you can find me on Instagram at size_B3UTIFUL 29. I change it every time I turn a different age. Now when I turn 30, I gotta not be so ratchet. I gotta turn classy. So you say no, but that's where you can find me on Instagram. And yeah, so right now I'm just working on just producing more videos and just really just getting my sets together, for future shows and things, and I'm just connecting. Honestly, a lot of people haven't seen me this year, but I'm doing undercover work. A lot of things that a lot of people don't know about. So
undercovers?
Not what you think.
Love between the sheets. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Mo always trying to show people that he know how to sing. That's how Mo be trying to get the fat girls he talk about on Facebook. He be trying to sing Lil Debbie commercial songs and stuff.
How about you? Where can we find you? What are you working on?
You can find me on my website. First of all, I am DEL Harrison on everything. I am DEL Harrison, but first of all, before you search for me on anything, go right to my website, which is www.imdelharrison.com, and purchase my comedy album. It's only $10. You can donate more via Venmo, Cash App, or you can add you can add the number to your cart and it will donate automatically. So go right to my website, www.imdelharrison.com. And from there, you can get to all my social media, my YouTube videos. I sing, I make content. I'm talking about, I do it all. So
you've been in the game for a minute.
Thank you for having me.
How about you, Mo? Do the
You can find me comedian Mo Green on IG, comedian Mo Green on Facebook. And as far as I got going up, I'm going to be closing out the Elbow Room December 18th and the 19th as well in West Hartford, Connecticut. You can get tickets on if you go Stand Up Underground on Facebook. The page will pop up and you can get your tickets and things of that nature. It's socially distanced and it's quarantined and all that good stuff. But I'll be December 18th. That's what I'm doing.
And of course, you can follow me on everything: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter at Kenan J Floyd, Kenan J to the FLOYD as in pink. This has been another episode of The Light Skin Perspective. Thank you for joining us. And I think it's appropriate that we close out this show with a place where you can twerk. There's a place you can twerk.
Bayline's in Hartford.
No, there's a restaurant you can twerk at in Atlanta, Georgia called Sugar Factory. Check us out.
Oh, I seen that.
Look at it. They throwing tile paper. They making it rain.
All right, that's enough. That
Our Sugar Factory, definitely you cannot twerk in Foxwoods Sugar Factory, honey. You getting kicked out. It is not playing that.
Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys have a good night.
You have a good night as well. Thank you,
You want me to
guys.
stay on for a second with you?
How can I show you that I wanna hold you till the end of the world I would go to just to reach you, cause you're worth it. All my love you deserve. Babe, let's make a date. Be at your doorstep 8:30. Wear the dress that caress your waist. Matching necklace, it has me breathless. City steam for some comedy. Spin to the rust for some poetry. Get Thai same for the martinis. There's so much to do with my boo and the beat. Black eyed style, we can vibe the jazz. Drinks on me, don't bring no cash. You don't have to ask, you deserve. It's all for you. You are worth how much worth? Let me describe your diamond raindrops from the sky in my arms.